episode of CCTV where we're talking to people who mean business. And today we have got the amazing Christie Stapleton, who is the founder and boss babe of Glam Wax.
Yes.
I don't know about amazing, but thank you.
Yeah, well, it is pretty impressive what you've done. So tell us a little bit about what your business is, what you do, what you're selling.
Yeah, so I started off making wax melts in my kitchen around 2 years ago, and it just kind of spiraled. I was doing it as a hobby. Someone at work ordered some wax melts, and I was like, what even? I never even heard of a wax melt. What is a wax melt? I was like, this is so bizarre. And she had like perfume ones, and I was like, that is so cool. So I went to order some, and they were just all really like boring packaging. It just seemed very like old lady, and I wanted something that was a bit more me. So I was getting quite bored. I needed a hobby. I thought I'll make some wax melts. So I just did that, and I thought, oh, these look quite good. I'll put these on Instagram. And I just said, oh, I'm thinking of selling these. Is there any interest? And I had 150 orders that week.
Wow.
It was just mental.
What a gap in the market, babe.
Maybe.
Do you know what,
that's amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's mental, but it amazes me sometimes. You can sit and try and think of a really cool idea or business or anything else, and then it's sometimes the completely sort of like slightly bizarre ones that you just think about in your kitchen. They're the winning combinations, aren't they?
Yeah, no, I never thought like this will be. I didn't think it would be like a crazy successful business venture. I just thought they looked cool, and I thought other people might want them. So I just thought I
think you're right.
Did.
Yeah.
Also, I think it was because like wax melts were just starting to get quite popular. Mrs. Hinch obviously was starting to use them. So more people were starting to become aware of them. I think it was just catching the wave at the right time. Maybe.
It was like the wave of the clean influencers, wasn't it? Because Mrs. Hinch sort of came out.
That's nice.
The influencers. And then there was like a wave of other people that were starting to like really take pride in their cleaning and stuff, and creating all these like Instagram profiles about their house, and you know, like really taking pride in their surroundings, I guess. So wow, you just totally did that at the right time with the right product, and it
definitely contributed to the timing. I mean, I only had, I think it was like 1,000 followers on my Instagram at the time, so it wasn't like we were like a really big account or anything. And I was working full time, and I didn't have a website. So people would have to DM me to order, and I'm at work and I'm getting all these messages. It's like, what scents do you want? What's your address? What's your payment? And I thought, oh my God.
Not ideal.
No. And then I'd come home. I actually had to hire someone else that I work with after 2 weeks because I couldn't make them and pack them quick enough for all the orders.
That's awesome.
It was just spiraling. And then after 2 months, I thought, oh my gosh, I've got to make a decision here because I couldn't keep up doing both, working full time and Glam Wax. So I chose Glam Wax. I just had a feeling. I just thought, I'm going to give this a go. I think
choose Glam Wax.
Otherwise.
That's like a metaphor for life. Always choose Glam Wax. 100%.
Always go glam if you can.
Totally. And you've
got... I'm sorry. No, I'm doing it again. No, Claire, I insist.
How rude. Oh no, I was going to say I'm going first. You've got quite a strong background in e-commerce though, haven't you, Christie?
So I didn't actually realise how much I'd soaked up in whilst I was in that environment. And then it kind of once I was doing stuff, I was like, oh, I did actually learn about dispatch, and I learned about marketing because it was quite a small team. There's about 20 of us in the head office. Yeah. So you got to like kind of learn what everyone was doing. That definitely helped me a lot, I think. And I don't think I realised how much I had learned until I started putting it in practice myself.
Yeah. Because I think you can have the idea, can't you? And like you say, you go off to work and then your DMs are going mental. Packaging, fulfillment, like warehousing, distribution, home deliveries, blah, 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 and then it all goes wrong.
Yeah, and just like funny things, like I'd always self-manage myself, and then suddenly I had to like manage other staff, and I was like, oh, I don't know like how to do this.
Just sort yourself out.
I totally get what you're saying there, because isn't it so uncomfortable when you're like not used to telling people what to do, and then they're like, what do I do? And you're like, why are you asking me?
Find someone that knows what they're doing. Oh wait, that's meant to be me.
Yes.
Let me just ask my boss who's not there because I'm the boss.
There's no one there.
Definitely. Yes.
Totally.
So that was like an adjustment as well. So now we've got five staff, but I really struggled dealing with that. I didn't think I would, but I did. I was like, how do I manage everyone? And
how do you manage everyone? Come on, let's have it. Are you like iron whip sort of? Come on.
I'm such a hopper parent. Literally, like I'm a helicopter parent. I go down and I'm just like, is everything okay? Like, let me know, do you need anything? Like, I'm always
right?
Yeah, is everything okay? And then I come back a couple of hours later, I'm like, is everything still okay? They're like, yes.
I find that funny. I think that's quite sweet. That's not been the management experience I had.
Because my office is upstairs, so I just don't want someone to like have an issue and too like worried to say anything. So that's why I just keep nipping down to make sure.
I think I'd just try and hire people that were much brighter and more intelligent than me. Obviously, it wouldn't be hard, and then I can just leave them to it.
Well, I'm actually really excited because we've got a new digital marketing manager starting on Tuesday, and she's got 7 years experience at the #1 rugby club in the UK. So I'm very excited for that.
Fantastic.
Until now, have you always done your marketing yourself for Glam Wax?
Yeah, and I didn't have any marketing experience either. I've had a few people say like, oh, who does your marketing? I say, oh, it's just me. And they're quite shocked. I'm a bit shocked by how it's done, to be honest. I have no marketing experience, but yeah, it's just kind of, I think it's just the community, and everyone loves like seeing the growth journey and getting involved and trying to help me if they can. They're just all really, I've been really lucky. They're all so sweet. On Instagram, we haven't had any negativity, touch some wood. They've all just been really welcoming.
I think though, when you give off that vibe yourself of being like, we've been talking for 5 minutes, you just seem like a really nice,
thank you,
happy.
You seem much nicer than me and Claire, actually, doesn't she, Claire?
I was just going to say than you. Yeah, no, just than Charlotte. Much nicer than Charlotte. You seem like a really nice person, and I think that comes off though, doesn't it? Like with your branding, with your marketing, you do end up injecting your own personality in it sooner or later, and that's probably why you attract.
Yes, hopefully. I mean, I once had one. I got a bit burnt out actually, but it was during the first lockdown. It was mental. Yeah. We couldn't have any staff in. So my poor mum, she was packing all my orders and I was making them all. And I went on Trustpilot, and someone had given us a 1-star review because they said I didn't share their story on Instagram. I couldn't because it had music in it. But I just had a breakdown. It was just the thing that broke the camel's back. I was just like, oh my God, you had this bad review. Like,
how many sort of Instagram followers have you got now?
I think we're just under 32,000.
That's quite a few, isn't it?
Yeah.
And how quickly did it go from 1,000 to the 32?
I've noticed since we hit like 10k, it started to really slow down. I don't know if there's something maybe in like the algorithm where you get more exposure leading up to 10k, and then as soon as you hit 10k, it was literally like jumping off a cliff. It was dead. And recently, since we've hit 30k as well, I've noticed the same. So I don't know, once you've hit your big milestones, and then you really struggle with engagement.
Do you do any paid ads? Or
I was just going to say that.
Claire.
I'll go. See ya.
Yeah, so we do Facebook, and we get quite good returns with that. What's your favourite social media then?
Do you know what? For work, as in for work effectiveness, for me, it's 100% LinkedIn. That's where I've got the best.
I love LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, I think, is definitely the best return on, I think, organic investment.
And you seem more invested in people as well. You seem to build more like of a connection with people.
Yeah, definitely. I've got like proper little mates now. We just send each other stupid messages, and not her, but I don't count Charlotte. Proper mates, like, you know, that you get on with. He knows I'm a little bit dry. It's just one of them days. It's just one of the, you set that up, you lined it up. But no, you are right. You end up like, to start with, I remember thinking, I'll just use LinkedIn for a couple of weeks and see what happens. And then you get a bit more comfortable, and then it kind of grows, and you start to see the odd client inquiry, and you're like, oh, okay, that's working. And then it just grows and grows and grows, and you start finding you're having a laugh with people just in their content threads and stuff, don't you?
Recently, the past couple of months, I'm like, no, I'm going to actually spend time on like posting and engaging with people and networking. And it's definitely helped. I mean, that I had a American distributor reach out to me on LinkedIn. If I hadn't done that, if I hadn't had a LinkedIn, maybe those opportunities wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
So are you going to look to break into the American market? Because
it's mad, really. Like, we've just signed up with a UK distributor, and obviously we used to get quite a lot of traffic from America on our website, and we were shipping internationally at the time. But as soon as COVID reached, it was taking about 2 months for people in America to get their parcels.
Oh my gosh.
We're trying to combat that by hopefully getting distributed in America, so that the customer can just order on our website, and we'll use a third-party logistics company that will pick and pack the order, and they should get it within a week, which is much better than 2 months. There's so many learning curves, I call them, aka mistakes.
Basically dramas.
I like the way you said that.
Like, you learn as you go. For example, I ordered 1,000 advent calendars, and we ordered them from overseas, and I had no design experience, and the guy tried to design something, and it was awful. It was like a 5-year-old designed it. It was terrible. I was like, we can't do this. So I got some clip art stuff and put it all together, and I sent it to them, and they sent me a picture, and they're like, are you happy? Is this like happy with the advent design? Yeah, I love it, blah, blah. They printed 1,000. And I forgot to think, hang on, there's no numbers on this advent calendar. So we had 1,000 advent calendars delivered with no numbers on. So
maybe they can just guess.
Oh my God, it's so bad. So my poor, like, we were trying to think of solutions. So my poor mum, she manually stickered every single window. So there's 25. So there's 25,000 stickers that she put on.
Only a mum would do that.
I know, right? I'm so lucky for my mum.
Yeah. I feel like we should give her some sort of award. Like,
yes, she definitely deserves something.
Massive shout out to
Christie's mum. And mums everywhere.
So our first hire was Tori, who actually is a family friend, and I actually stole her from my dad. So she used to work in my dad's beach shop, and then one day Dad was like, oh, Tori's really good, she might be able to help you, and then I kind of stole her away from him.
When you're starting off on a new venture and nobody's quite sure how it's going to go, I think having someone with you that you trust is a good shout.
100%.
Even if they are stolen from your dad's beach shop.
So true. And she's so sweet, bless her. Like, for example, when we moved into our new warehouse, and my mum was helping pack all the stuff up. Sorry, my mum's just like featured more in this than me.
I feel like we should be interviewing your mum. If you could just go and get her.
Yeah, 1 second. Bless her. But yeah, so we were packing everything up, and my mum had got confused over what was a bin bag and what was stuff she put in a bin bag to be moved. And she put all our candle making stuff in a bin bag and then threw it in the bin. So Tori was very sweet. We had a bit of a breakdown over that, and then Tori was like, I'll hop in my car and go back to your house and have a look for you. I was like, no, it's fine. Like, it's definitely not there. But
I once thought I put 200 quid in the bin by accident because it was in an envelope, and I put an envelope in the bin. And my friend, I was living with my friend at the time, she was furious because we had a cat, and I'd put the cat litter in the bin liner before I took it out. And both of us went through these like 3 bin liners, and the money wasn't in there, and it was in a drawer. She was fuming at me.
You can imagine.
You would be literally livid. I'm just going to address the elephant in the room here. Why have you got envelopes full of hundreds of pounds worth of cash?
I didn't want to ask, but
what goes on what goes on at your house? We'll leave that one. Edit it out. Yeah, I'll grab it. It's fine.
It was nothing dodgy.
Yeah. No, I always have. wads of cash in envelopes around my house. Honestly, it's one there.
Where do you see Glam Wax going in the next couple of years then? Have you got big plans, or are you just seeing how it goes?
I'm definitely like one of those big dreamers. So I always set myself really big goals. So I just started using a mentor. Actually, I've got a mentor who's been really helpful, providing me with like coaching and things like that. And she said to me, write down a list of your goals, like 3 big goals that you want to achieve in 2021. And number 2 was distribute to America, and it's looking like we might have hit something off my goal list in a month. So that's amazing. I kind of just want to get the Glam Wax name out there, I guess. And I just see the only way is up, really. I mean, we're already direct to customer, and it's like, okay, maybe we should try some e-commerce retailers, give them a go, then maybe go, oh my God, maybe go global if we can. I don't know, but we'll just
say it out loud. You say it out loud and say it, proud girl, because the more you allow yourself to think it's a real possibility, I swear,
I agree.
It brings it to you. I am a massive believer in manifesting things and the law of attraction. So you've got to say that stuff out loud and say it on LinkedIn as well, because someone will see that and go, this girl's got it.
I know, but I feel bad. I feel bad because I put a post out the other day, and I feel
she's gone all Ricky Lake over there.
I feel like you're bragging if you're saying these things, and I don't want to come across someone and be like, who's this girl? Like, you know, who does she think she is? But I just feel a bit like,
you're not bragging, you've got ambition.
Charlotte is right. I don't say that often, but also it has got to feel comfortable for you, because I think if it comes across in a way where you feel like it's bragging, or you're not that comfortable with the message or what you're saying, it can make you sound a bit not that great. So I think definitely shout it from the rooftops, and you've grown so quickly, and we're able to quit your full-time job in 2 weeks and make your actual dream a reality, which there'll be loads of people sat at home right now in their naff 9-to-5s with little ideas, and they should be thinking, if Christie can, I can. And
honestly, anyone can.
Just grown and grown and grown exponentially, and that is something to be. I sound like your mum now. I've moved into her, but it's something to be proud of. It's something to be really proud of. Really proud of.
Christie only got the idea 2 years ago, and look at her now.
I know, it's incredible. I love stories like this. It's so nice to see.
Thank you.
It's so nice to see other women kicking ass, still being absolutely lovely, supporting each other, absolutely killing it. And I love how bubbly your brand is. It feels like you.
Do you like collaborate with many other brands on Instagram to do like giveaways and competitions and stuff like that? Has that contributed to your growth?
Yeah, giveaways are amazing, definitely, especially if it's like slightly different to your market. For example, we did one with All Shook Up Drinks, who are they do like porn star martini cans and all of those in the supermarkets.
Don't
it's like,
mind
can I have some samples? No.
Damn.
Gutting. So we did a giveaway with them, and then we did one with John Richards Jewelers, the jewelry company that was inside Debenhams. And we did one with Astonish as well, so that was quite good for all the Hinchers that follow us. So I love a good giveaway.
So what would you advise then, Christie, for, let's say, Charlotte, who literally has got a new potential e-commerce business in the pipeline? What would be the first sort of things, or the top sort of 3 things that you would say to look out for, that you've kind of learned from on your learning curves?
Oh God. So definitely, well, you've already got quite an established audience, I'd say, on LinkedIn. So definitely try to, communicate with that audience, and then try to discover new potential customers, and establish a new audience as well. So I'd say like build excitement on Instagram if you can. So, get people guessing about what your potential products could be, go through certain hashtags and start engaging with people that use the hashtags of the audience you want to connect with.
Good job.
And start building a relationship there, because that's how we gained a lot of our followers and connections. We built like a genuine connection, and also make it seem genuine. Don't just like be like, this looks fab, this looks fab, this looks fab on everyone's photo. Like, actually take the time to read their caption and say something about what they've posted about.
So have you ever had any sort of experiences on Instagram or within your business where you've had sort of negative comments or anything from people? I know you said earlier there was that one complaint, but so you've never had any trolls or anything?
Well, I don't know, I might now, but no, I haven't really.
That's amazing.
I know, I don't know why, because I think I'd be quite sensitive to it if I did experience something like that. But no, we've been really lucky. We're all about like positivity and just supporting one another. And yeah, I've been really lucky, touch wood, because I know some people get it really bad.
I don't know what's going on then, because I've barely got any interaction on LinkedIn, on Insta, or any engagement, and I must get some rando every other day.
Sounds like my dating life. Like, yeah, on my own personal Instagram, I've had stuff like that, but luckily not on the work one. But yeah.
Maybe that's the difference then. Because that's true, actually. I've not had anything on our CCTV page. That's not an invite, by the way.
It's a brand, isn't it? Not the person. I had a couple of times on Instagram where I've had the weirdest, like, nose porn messages where people have been like, I love your nose.
Oh, right.
You have the sexiest nose. I want to put ice cream on it and lick it off. And I'm like, is this a joke? Like, is this serious? I've had 2 people do that on Instagram. And the other day, yet again, I did a story, like a LinkedIn story, and this guy replied to my LinkedIn story saying, stop touching your nose. It makes it more attractive.
Okay then, so I think we'll wind it up there.
I think it's also, I don't know why, but we have like 98% of our audience is female, so we haven't really had any
going down that road. We're not weird. Sorry, guys.
That's why you don't get trolled as well. It's because it's all women. That's why you don't get trolled and you don't get inappropriate messages.
I don't know, but they're all like, it's a super supportive community of like women championing other women. So
how nice.
Maybe, I don't know, but yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. Also, I was telling my dad, and he thought CCTV was an amazing name.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, he was like, that is so clever. I was like, I'll tell them.
Yes, definitely tell us.
I literally get so chuffed if someone watches our show. Not very many people watch our show.
Thanks all 3 of you.
Thank you 3 guys.
I don't know why, because you have such amazing guests. You have really good guests.
I think YouTube is very much a new experience altogether. Like I actually was watching a Ricky Gervais while I was on the cross trainer the other day. I watched his Fame tour from 2007. And the subscription channel that was in, of some sort of like comedy group, that had 4.6 thousand subscribers, and that's Ricky Gervais and all of the famous comedians, right? So I was looking at this while I was sweating away, and I was thinking, sometimes I do worry because I'm not that knowledgeable about YouTube, and I'm like, right, we've got 75 subscribers, but we've got some absolutely amazing guests. Everyone we've spoken to has been so good. But I just think it genuinely takes a while to grow, and for the
definitely
and I was thinking, wow, if someone as famous as Ricky Gervais, and I say only very loosely, has only got 4.6 or 7, whatever it was, thousand subscribers, and we only started 2 months ago.
Oh, amazing.
So I actually think, to all 3 of our subscribers, no, we've got 75, and I actually think, considering it clearly takes a bit longer for that whole organic growth thing on YouTube, I'm grateful we've got any, to be perfectly honest. And as well, without going off on a cheesy deep end, I thoroughly enjoy it. I really do.
Yay, that's what it's all about.
Just that you love me. Just go on, just say it, because I know you want to.
If I was that way inclined, I'd be all over it. I really would. She's beautiful, inside and out. Now go away. Just go away. This is getting disgusting.
Thank you so much for coming on our show. It's been so nice to speak to you.
Thank you so much, Christie. It's been an absolute pleasure meeting you, and have an awesome day.
I really enjoyed it. Thank you. You too, ladies.
Take care. Bye.